can be provided by the three following speakers. There are three of them. We would like to invite the head of the Expert Training Department, Positive Technologies, Mr. Ildar Sadykov. And together with him, we would like to invite Youth Program Manager, Positive Technologies, Anna Yuskina, and Young Talent Specialist, Positive Technologies, Anna Garkavtseva. There are three of you, so there's no place for me here. Hi there. Please raise your hand, those of you who've already tried to find a job. Who's been able to find a job from the first attempt? Well, looking for a job is such a quest. I know. I've been there, I know that. So once again, we are the team that does the internships for Positive Technologies. Anna Garkavtseva and Anna Yuskina, my colleague, are responsible for the organizational part, and Ildar is in charge of the content, the training content in the company. So what about looking for a job and finding one? I think very often you may have heard a phrase from the recruiters. You don't have enough experience, you don't have enough knowledge, we'll call you back. It's a very upsetting phrase to hear, right? Very often the employer has very high expectations even to junior positions, and the knowledge you get in a university is not enough to get through a job interview successfully from the first time. And sometimes you get ignored by the employers and get rejected. On the other hand, there are companies that are in constant search for the people, and they can't seem to find them for a long time. And somehow this problem needs to be solved. There are more and more companies these days thinking about training and investing into the education of younger generation. We are not an exception here. It was very time-consuming and costly to cover the positions of young specialists. We would go through their CVs, resumes, had lots of job interviews, but we couldn't really find the right person quickly. We would find different experts with different background, sometimes very senior experts with high expectations, also salary-wise, but not necessarily you need to have such skilled, overqualified experts for lower positions. So we decided not to hire them, but instead to train them on our own. So the decision was made to do these internships in the companies, because in Positive Technologies, we have brave people working here. And for us, it was a very brave decision. And the guys from the monitoring department were the ones. We started the first internship in 2022, and the guys were the first who could connect our interns to resolve real tasks. And we pulled it off. It so happened. Even 8 people were given the job, and people started realizing that it's a great thing to do it. It's even better than hiring it in the open market. New departments started joining us, and they all wanted their interns, but it was not always a sunny day. There was a rainy day once. Some of the interns had gaps in very, very important topics. So it seems like we would have to add the training, and we started getting that training in 3 phases. So I would like Ildar to elaborate on these 3 phases, please. Thank you. I'm also happy to see you here. There are plenty of companies who would come up with their idea of internships. What's making this Positive Technologies internship so unique? Why anyone become an InfoSec specialist? There are people here who are studying this, there are some who do not, and if you're of the humanities, people say, wow, it's not for us. But wait, first of all, you need to say that to become an infosec expert, it's just for anyone. It's just like for boiled potatoes. Everyone can boil potatoes. It's just like here. Any thinking person, any person with a thinking head can become an expert in this field. Any person can learn and pick up some base cybersecurity knowledge, information security knowledge. So you need to be aware of the Windows operating systems that are present in 90% of the companies. We are massively migrating to Linux, so we also teach Linux. And what about networks, networking? You may even remember that. So you just remember that it's also an important thing that connects different systems, connecting Windows, Linux, etc. The web systems through which hackers join. It's the top level that can be hacked. So it's approximately 50% of all of the attacks go through web. And we have added one of the most difficult modules. It's the automation of DevOps. So here is the statistics. Today, we have checked everything, and 220 people are joining us here. And now the second stage.
And the most important thing is the length of this stage is different. So many people that pass through this stage, especially based on their experience, would say that, we never had such experience and never learned that many things that you trained us to do in those couple of months. So let me tell you later about what we train the people to do, but let me explain. Everybody that passes the first stage knows what the cybersecurity specialist does. You saw the red team specialists, the analysts, maybe red team is the most popular, and those people who protect the infrastructure, who look at how the intruders worked, what were the traces left by them. So those people are called forensic specialists. And you have different types of forensics: computer forensics, network forensics, others. So imagine you'll be able to witness with your own eyes and try those tasks with your own hands. So those basic knowledge, pieces of knowledge will be given to you on the first stage. And everybody will be able to pass those stages and become a cybersec specialist. On the first stage, we check your motivation and how well you accept that knowledge. On the second stage, we look at how you solve issues, on how you practically apply the knowledge. So for the people who have passed the second stage with those intensives and everything, they are able to pass the test. And if you pass the test better than everybody else, then you are taken to Positive Technologies, and that's the third stage. It's already paid. You can work with the best cybersec specialists in Russia, and we have also specialists who are worldwide renowned for cybersec. So after passing the second stage, you have interviews and you meet our colleagues who would know you, who would know how you passed the previous stages, and they will invite you to their team. So then you become part of the team of Positive Technologies, which is a great honor. And we have people like that here. So let's have a look at what happened when people succeeded in that internship. And let me ask Anna Yuskina, my colleague, to describe how this internship looks from the organizer's side, so you get the feeling of a scale. Thank you. Okay, 3 stages are behind you. You trained, you passed the intensive training, you understood how the high-tech company like Positive Technologies operate. Third part, the paid internship, you learned about the company specifics. Is that all? No, it's just the beginning. First of all, let me tell you about the results in numbers that we have. Not even talking about the current internship, and hello guys, I'm happy to see you all, but based on the results of internships that are over 200 people passed the internship, out of which 50 people are successfully working in Positive Technologies. What happens to the others? Well, don't worry about them. They have very good jobs in very good companies of the IT market. If we do something very well. Well, not being very modest, but it's true. So PT Start, if you have it in your resume, and it means you are an interesting specialist for the market, for the market players. So going back to the question of what happens to those who did not stay with Positive Technologies, we love our interns and we support you to the big world of the IT cybersec. We highlight the events for you in the world, in Russia. Some of them are organized by us. We know about them. We tell you about them. We help our interns to get a work, to get a job, and our partners, because they like it. And just after you go to the job market and update your resume, saying you are a graduate from PT Start, it's often that you would get an offer very fast. So what are the professional areas that you can get as part of PT Start? Currently, our program, okay, great. Our internship program covers the whole expert part of Positive Technologies experience. So you can develop based on 3 tracks: development, QA, and cybersec. And we have more and more teams joining us with the new stage. I hope this creates some motivation for you and moves you towards becoming one of the interns at PT Start. Let me come back to the numbers. The previous stage, the previous internship program for PT Start had nearly 200 people, and we selected 1,200 people. They were doing lab works and tests, and 320 people went to the intensive program. So on the 8th of February, we started the paid internship for 60 people, and we fully believe that most of them will stay with the company as a specialist for permanent job. What I want to say? I want to say that I hope that all the 3 days of Positive Hack Days that have just passed persuaded you that you need to join us. Next internship will be launched in August 2024, and our whole team, Anya Yuskina, Anya Garkavtseva, and Ildar Sadykov, will wait for you. Thanks much for your attention. Please do join our